Today we are going to discuss about the service level agreement part because as in when we know whenever we are working on any requirements from the customer perspective, it's important for us to submit the service level agreement. Generally, this service level agreement is a kind of contract between the service provider and as well as customer, which majorly defines the level of services expected, right? So, including any metrics like uptime or any kind of response times or any kind of resolution times and all that. So, that this agreement majorly establishes a clear commitment and also setting up the performance standards, outlining the consequences for meeting any kind of not meeting any kind of targets and all. Along with this, it also helpful in managing expectations to build any trust between both the parties in regular intervals. In this regard, so when it comes to the service level agreements are concerned, there are major key components we have. As in when you can see, this is one of the template I can say, right? So there are different information wherein we have to provide about the agreement overview. At the same time, goals and objectives of delivering the solution that we are expecting or we are developing. At the same time, who the stakeholders are and important stakeholders that we are interacting or we are about to interact in regular intervals, followed by any kind of periodic review or any service agreements we have. Either it can be service scope or any customer requirements, service provider requirements, or any service assumptions. Everything will be part of service agreements. Next, service management, whatever the service availability that we are available of, right, whatever the service request in near times, everything will be updated. This is what the service level agreement we have. Now, let us discuss about what are the key components that we have in service agreement, right? So, service level agreement, what are the key components we have? The first we need to mention about the agreement overview. As I already told you, overview of an agreement is important because here we have to write down the general description of the agreement, followed by the purpose of it, etc. Everything will be mentioned in this. Next, we need to mention the service description. That is even important because for specific measurable metrics that we want to define, right? So whatever the expected performance. For that purpose, generally this, service description we have to mention. One of the important thing about service levels that is even important because service levels majorly specifies about what are the measurable metrics that we want to define, right? So any kind of expected performance, etc. So for that service levels we have to update even. Next, what are the core responsibilities that of the people whoever is involving in the solution? Means we need to provide a clear picture over the duties of the service provider as well as the customer, right? So from both the parties, that information has to be updated in the responsibilities. Next one about the performance metrics. This is even important because this majorly indicates these are the something like an indicators and all which are majorly used to measure service performance like any availability or any response time, resolution time. Everything will be part of performance metrics and all that. Next, we must be mentioning about the inclusions as well. So exclusions as well. Because exclusions wherein we have to update all the list of services which are not included in the agreement if there is any. Inclusions will be updated in the document itself here, but exclusions, if there is anything of that sort, that we have to provide all that. Next, conditions and cancellations, that is even important. Conditions and cancellations is important because what are the terms under either party can end of the agreement, right? So all these conditions for cancellations, everything will be mentioned here. Next, what are the remedies, right? So whatever the remedies we have, so even remedies has to be updated here. What are the course of action that is to be taken if service provider fails to meet any kind of agreed upon any service levels something like any financial penalties or any additional support, right? So all these things will be part of it. So these are the different components we have when it comes to the service level agreement when we are writing. But there are different types we have, right? So because depends on the project, depends on the type of complexity of the projects and all. Normally, generally, we categorize the service level agreements will be of three types. One is about customer based. Yeah. One is about customer based service level agreements. That is first one. Second, about service based service level agreements. Third one is called multi-level service level agreements. Okay, these are the three different agreements we have. One is customer based, second is service based, third is multi-level. Customer based service agreement means the kind of agreement which majorly covers about the services used by a specific customer. Service based service level agreement where the contract that outlines the same services for multiple customers all through. Multi-level service agreement means whatever that it defines majorly the different service levels for different group of customers within the same organization. This multi-level service level agreements will be there. So these are the three different type of SLAs generally we prepare whenever we are working on the kind of contracts that we are writing between service provider and as well as customer and all that. So these are the three different type of SLAs we prepare. One is about the customer-based service level agreement, second service-based, third about multi-level service level agreements. So these are the three different things that we have to mention about it, right? So these are the different things. So this is an overall understanding about SLA part, right? So how and what, right? So all that and how this can be prepared, right? So what conditions that have to be applied and how this can be created, right? So how we can to define the goals and objectives. Uh, that part can be discussed in the coming sessions.